Still morning. I almost sucked myself into another day off. But I really got to be disciplined now this last, just about 2 weeks. So any extra days off, and then I really get all discombobulated on the number of miles. So that's a sleep in. And it's technically called Spring Lake. It's on the north end of Fayetteville. And then Fort Bragg is kind of surrounds the whole area here. A few clouds. It's supposed to be, for the most part, sunny this whole week. So, and that's good. My next day off is going to be, I'm going to go on this leg and go 7 days again. And I think I only have to do 13 miles a day. So that'll be good. The leg might turn out to be 8 days though. Oh, because I don't think there's a place to stay 7 days away. So we'll see what happens. And then after that, I might take another day off before we get to the end. We'll see. Ooh, that wind's freezing. So tonight's going to just be a stealth camp. There's a county park a few miles up. And supposedly it closes at sunset. But it looks like they've got some deep woods, and it'll be easy to hide out there. All right, so let's keep on going. Go, go, go. Well, this has turned out to be a busy little road. I'm glad that I had to stop back there at Dollar General, get a little bit of food. I got a ride to that Dollar General because number one, I got a little bit of a late start, and number two, I kind of had a sneaking suspicion this would be busy, but I didn't expect this. Wow. So we're going to camp in the county park, like I said, that technically closes at sunset. But I think the woods will be pretty easy to find a spot, and I can go in pretty deep, but I don't think there'll be a clear sight of us. Alright, made it to the county park. Looks like there's going to be a lot of nice cozy spots. You know what that means, huh? Cozy spot means I don't want to get up in the morning. So, just going to try and go in here as deep as I can. Entrance road is right there. So, try and go over this little rise and down the dip there and see what happens. Alright, I guess this is kind of a good compromise place. I'm hidden from that road there. And then there's some houses down that way. And the road's over there. And I'm underneath these trees with a little bit of brush that will obscure me a little bit in the moonlight. So that'll be it for tonight. I can see that it's going to be a nice, soft pine bed. So don't be surprised if you see me on the next clip telling you good afternoon. So anyway, good night. Oh, brother. Well, what did I tell you? A little bit too cozy, and I'd get a late start. I've just been laying here this morning, again with all the divots in just the right places. I don't want to get up and go to school, no. But by the time we get out of here, it's going to be after 10 o'clock. And even though it's a shorter day, well, 13.4, which of course I thought, yeah, I got plenty of time. Now I'm going to, of course, probably be zooming at the end of the day, try to get where I need to get before sundown. So in that case, let's get going. After laying here a couple more minutes. Yeah. All right. Would you believe it's 11 o'clock? And there's a nice little trail here too. Oh boy. So this little road's not so busy today. Interesting. I hope it stays this way the whole day. That'd be nice. Or going to going through a little town called Lillington, I believe. I think it's about another 6 miles or so up here. Might stop and get something to eat. And then after that, I think we turn on to what looks like a highway. And then the plan will be to camp near a water tower tonight. So it makes about a 13.5 mile day, 13.4. And so with the late start, I just gotta keep going. But look at this. At least it's downhill. Look at this, more bamboo. You know, I'm really surprised. I would have, when I first found out about that in South Carolina, I would never have thought to think. That doesn't make sense, does it? Never thought to think that there's bamboo. So this is called the Upper Little River. It's not very clear, is it? I've noticed looking at the maps coming up that the rivers are going to be crossing. They're quite muddier looking than the rivers we've been crossing lately. The rivers and streams we've been crossing further west and in South Carolina and Georgia and all that. Well, here's a place that's seen better days. Wonder how long it's been closed. Long time, obviously. Old analog pumps. I wanted to show you something here. You know how the Dollar Generals and even the Walmarts have pretty much decimated, or I shouldn't say decimated, but really disrupted the little local stores and mom and pop operations from years past? Well, here's one that's still going on. And I looked at the reviews and been going and going in direct competition here with the Dollar General. So it still can be done where the little guys compete with the big small margin stores. Well, here's some nice affordable houses coming up. Look at that. From the 200s, the high 200s. Still. Oh. You looking forward to all your new neighbors, huh? You're gonna have a lot of neighbors. You know, sometimes I reflect on what people in these rural areas think about. You know, when the times are changing and the rural area slowly but surely becomes less rural. housing developments get planted as opposed to crops. I guess I would think about that too if I lived in a rural area, you know, like that for a long time. And well, I guess I do, because I invariably tell the story to others about when I was growing up. You know, when I was a real young kid, we lived in a housing development that was abutted back up to lima bean fields and carrot fields. It was back in the 60s. And then lima bean fields went away when they built the elementary school and then the intermediate school. And then the carrot fields went away when they built the freeway. And so then we subsequently, not because of that, but we subsequently moved down to the southern part of the county, where it was just rolling hills and cows and nothing else. And Interstate 5 going through there was just 2 lanes on each side. And the only other major road going through there was Moulton Parkway, which was just a little 2-lane road where you could actually even go out and where the hills were, you could dig on the side of the hills and get find shark's teeth. And then the other one was El Toro Road, which was just a little 2-lane road. And through the years, as we're living there, the area built up, the hills went away. Well, the hills didn't go away, but the cows went away and the houses came. And then all those hills were covered with houses. The freeway that was just 2 lanes on each side, I see now that they are expanding it once again, so that in some places it's 6 lanes on each side, and the interchange where the 2 interstates come together is at its widest, it's 22 lanes across when you count all the flyovers and the exit ramps and all that. And that El Toro Road, which was this 2-lane road, is now 3 lanes on each side. And Moulton Parkway, the same thing. So, yeah, I understand what these people are thinking about, reflecting on when their rural areas start slowly but surely getting developed. But while we're talking about that, Victory Tabernacle says, have a beautiful day. So let's just have a beautiful day. Now, I stopped here in this gas station because they also had a grill there. I want to get a breakfast plate, so I went up to order. Said, "Oh, we're closed on Sunday." Bummer. So I settled for a Danish and a banana bread from the snack section, and a cookie, and an orange juice, and a coconut water. There's too much sugar, so now it's like, bleh. So hopefully I'll get find some good food in Lillington up here. It's 5 miles up, so wait another couple hours. And that'll just turn out to be, I guess, lunner, or late lunch, or an early dinner. I remember when we first got into North Carolina, how I showed you how they've got modern garbage instead of old-fashioned garbage. Well, here's another example of the unique names that North Carolina has for their garbage. Take a look at this one here. It's gross. But I guess if you put your garbage in plastic bags, it's not too bad. It's not gross. So I wonder if we're going to have nice garbage somewhere along the way. So welcome to Lillington, North Carolina. This is what I guess would be considered the main drag in town. There's another part of town out down that way that was southwest of where we came in. So only thing I know about Lillington is that the county here, Harnett County, was established in 1855, and this town was established in 1859. I think it's the county seat, and the town was named after a general in the Revolutionary War. And other than that, I can't tell you much about it, except that the Cape Fear River runs through town. I think we're going to cross over it here in a second. First, I got to make a stop over here, and then we'll take a look at it. Well, here's the unique place. Love grows here. Spread the love, light up the world. So I wonder what this place is. Anybody want to look on their website and let us all know? Be love, give love. So here we go. The Cape Fear River. I always like looking at those train trestles that go across, especially when they reflect, you know. Anyway, Cape Fear River this is inland and flows out to the ocean at Cape Fear. I guess we could save a day or two and just follow the river all the way down the ocean instead of going to Cape Hatteras. Actually, I think we'd probably save at least 3 or 4 days going down there and finishing at Cape Fear. What do you think? Should we just follow the river down? Nah, let's just keep going. That looks like it might be a good stealth spot in those woods. I think I'm going to try and go another mile or so. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a water tower over in that direction. Well, this is a miscalculation on my part. I've got about 15 minutes to go, but the sun sets in 4 minutes, and I thought I had another 12 minutes to sunset. Don't know how I missed that. I was keying on about the sun setting about 5:12, 5:15. And here it is, going to set at 5:04. Well, it's got clouds. Guess we're going to be poking around in the dark, finding a spot. Ooh, spooky. Alright, I made it with a little bit of light to spare. Here's the spot. It's out here in some random woods, right next to the water tower. I don't think, well, you can maybe see it. And the highway right there. So, nonetheless, that means I need to get up early in the morning and not lollygag around for no chance of people to find me. So, that's it for today. And 7 more days on this leg. Ah. All right, see you later. Well, good morning. Getting out here earlier than yesterday, but not as early as I wanted. It's 8:16. Nice little spot in the woods. A little noisy, the road there. Got to die down a little bit. So I don't really know where I'm going today as far as distance. Could be 13 miles, it could be 15, it could be 17. There's just not a whole lot of really good camp spots, stealth camp spots. So we'll see what happens. And I think it's going to be overcast all day today, but it'll be warmer, which is nice and not too warm. 63, I think. 71 tomorrow. Now, why am I going through here when I can go through here? Yeah. All right. For a divided highway, it certainly doesn't have a whole lot of traffic, which is nice. It's almost like it's less traffic than that little 2-lane road we were on the other day. You know, I've never mentioned it on these trips, but you know how we have slow children playing and all that? But I've never come across live ends. The ends are always dead. And I guess, you know, after decades and decades of putting streets down, that when you have an end, it's always got to be dead. Well, look at this. It's the first time I've kind of come across green signs that had all these, oh, this street, that street, this street. You know, I've come across white signs. You know what? I think I'm going to call North Carolina the diaper state. Why, you ask? Because I've not seen so many diapers alongside the roads as I have here in North Carolina, particularly, actually, starting east of Charlotte. I mean, it's every day I've seen them, and it's sometimes multiple during the day. Whereas in all the other states combined, I think I can maybe count on one hand the number of times I've seen diapers on the road and still have extra fingers left over. I don't know why. Huh. Barely got it. I don't know if you could see that, but in South Carolina and in North Carolina, all the buses on the side, they would say either South Carolina Public Schools, or here in North Carolina, of course, North Carolina Public Schools. But I'm wondering why it is here in North Carolina and South Carolina. You know, every other place where I've been, and you probably noticed this as well, is that the buses, they either have the school district name on the side of the bus, or they have the private transportation company, if it's contracted out school bus service. But every single bus here, school bus that is, they've all had the state name on it. Do you know why that is? Anybody? North Carolina Public Schools, South Carolina Public Schools, doesn't matter where it was or what school district, throughout the whole state, that's the way it's been. Why? I want to know. Oh, and by the way, I'm walking through this place called Campbell University. I've been basically going by residence halls. Oh, here comes some more buses. I'll show you. Residence halls here. Now I think I'm getting more into the main part of the campus. Over here. Campbell University. So here, let me show you here. On these buses. North Carolina Public Schools. Same with that one. So I didn't take a picture of it, I don't know why. But all those school buses, there's dozens and dozens of school buses. And some deputies directing traffic. So I asked him, hey, is this typical traffic, school buses and all that? And he said, no, it's a special day. Each year they have what they call Education Day. So they bring all the kids from all the school districts in the surrounding areas here, where they spend the day here. They go into watch basketball game and do other activities, and then they visit the campus. And so what I was what I'm leading up to is that it's actually, I think, pretty smart on part of the college here. They get the kids to come here every year, and so they get Campbell University imbued in their brains, you know. And I bet you there's a good portion of the kids from around here that go to college. They go to college here. And that college did look like it was in pretty good shape, so it had a lot of money. So I'm sure that's the method behind the madness of doing this every year. Open sesame. Okay, so I got here to Coates, and I was just going to pass through, just get something real quick to eat. Well, I was going to get something to eat here at, you know, it's interesting, IGA Market. I came across those quite a bit on the second walk in the northern tier up there, and then a little bit on the first walk. But this is the first one I came across here on this walk. Anyway, I got they had a deli, so I got let's see, Salisbury steak, chicken and rice, green beans, a roll, a excuse me, a scrambled egg and sausage sandwich, blueberry cobbler, milk. So I'm all filled up. But I'm glad that I stopped here because, so it came in from here. I was going to turn left up here and then go out that way. But I found that this is actually going to be a little bit short. It's about a mile shorter this way. And I got a town in 7.6 miles where I can resupply. Whereas this way, I would have had to resupply here and carry a day and a half worth of food. No, we can't have that happen now, can we? So I'm saving myself 3 pounds. And so Benson will be the next town. And then somewhere around Benson, I've got to find a place to camp. And then after that will be Smithfield, I think, the next day. So I'm glad I actually stopped here. Now I just gotta make sure this is the right road. I think it is. And then guess what? I think we're gonna be crossing Interstate 40 tomorrow. That's kind of interesting. Why is it interesting? I don't know. I guess just because I'm used to seeing it out there in the desert in California. Yeah. So onward here to Benson. I think that'll give us a 14-mile day. If I get up there well before sunset, I might push on a little bit more. Just so I can find a little bit better place outside the city to try and stealth camp somewhere. So what do you think? Is this for hunting or is it for taking pictures? I've never seen one of these things. You know, something else I've noticed about North Carolina, besides all the diapers along the road, and by the way, I just saw another one not too long ago, the horses. I just passed one there, but the horses out in the field, they aren't that inquisitive. They don't come up and see me. I feel real sad. There were a couple horses yesterday. They're just looking at me. They said, you know, I want to get close to you. And then that one just a couple seconds ago, same thing, just standing there. You know, and I stop. I don't change anything that I've been doing. I just stop and start talking. They just say, yeah, okay, whatever. And there have been other couple fields in the days past where they've actually run off. I don't think I've accumulated that much stink. Or maybe it's just this bushier mane that's just scaring them off. They think I'm lying. Roar! Now that I'm talking here, I better pay attention. There's a fork in the road, and hopefully I took the right one. Yep, just look at the map. I took the right one. Now take a look at this. More cotton fields. Haven't seen those for a bit, have we? Well, I guess we have, maybe a week or so ago. But on the other side of the road, vast plot of land. They're getting ready to put houses in. Wonder how many are going to go in here. That's I'd say at least 300, if not more. From where I was originally from, they could probably stick 1,000 in there. I wouldn't say they can, they would. You know, everybody be on top of each other, but yeah. I haven't come across one of these for a while. Looks like a swamp, right? Or a bayou. Actually, I think it's a slough. Black River's up here. So I think technically this is what this is a slough. Slough. Do you remember how to spell slough? Let me know in the comments. Here's a nice house, and I bet you that's a couple of additions over the years. The other thing too is, I don't know if you can see it, But in their windows, they've got the candles burning. Where am I? Right there. See that? And you know, that was an old custom a long time ago. We keep the candle on, keep the candle lit when the family member was gone. And if you might remember the old Motel 6 commercial, na 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 na. There's Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll keep the light on for you. And I have a story about that when it first came home. When I first had a conscious... oh, that's what that's all about. Yes, yes. You're doing a good job. Yes, you are. I remember many years, it was in the 90s, I was driving through southern New Jersey. It was early evening, and it was not a special time of year, just a regular time of year. And all these houses had the candles, or the lights that looked like candles, burning in the windows. And I thought that was actually pretty charming, driving through all those country roads there in southern Jersey and seeing all that. Finally got some sun today, and you know, even though it's not that warm out, as soon as that sun came out, it just started boiling in that jacket. It's just a windbreaker, you know, but still, it's amazing what even some strong sunlight will do to create some radiant energy. Well, that's the cleanest cattle truck I've ever seen. Look how shiny that thing is. And didn't really smell that much either. It's either brand new or it really keeps it washed. The things that I point out that are just the little pleasures of life, right? There's a little country store here. I think I might stop and get myself some health juice, otherwise known as a sugary carbonated beverage. Okay. Oh look, Hank's Auto Sales and the country store. I think I'll get a cherry Pepsi. Howdy, hi. Let's see, what do I want? All right. Got cherry Pepsi. I drank part of it. I got the rest here. It'll last. So whenever I do that now, lately, it usually lasts me a couple days. Take a little sip and then put it back. I also got a health food sandwich. That'd be an ice cream sandwich. So I think it's another 4 miles. No, another 3 miles. 4 miles. I don't even remember. I think it's about another 4 miles into town. I was going to try and go past, but I don't know what I'll do. So we'll see what happens. Leaving Harnett County, or Harnett, entering Johnson County, North Carolina. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Made out of a bunch of gear sprockets. It's Spark plugs up there. And what's this say right here? MIM? Well, welcome to Benson. Or Benton. Benton. Here's a pretty good looking house there. In fact, this whole neighborhood, even though it's the busy, one of the busy main through streets in town, they've got a lot of esprit de corps, if you want to call it, or they take pride in their neighborhood. That's nice too. Well, here's part of East Main Street in Benson, North Carolina. Let's go down here and see what West Main Street looks like, huh? Looks like it's a pretty active little town. Unlike a lot of these towns we've come through, you know, this one's still going. Still kept up pretty good. Take a look at that. Let me zoom in here. How about that? Huh. Okay, let's continue on here. So, nice mural over there. The only thing I found out about Benson is that it was started in the 1870s, late 1870s, by a guy named Benson. Look at all the cars. Look at a lot of hustle and bustle going on here. Anyway, a guy with the last name of Benson, he founded the place in the late 1870s, and then he eventually sold off some of the land as little housing tracts and everything. And then the railroad came into town in the 1880s. Still going through. That's basically all I can tell you. I'm sure it would have been a hub for agriculture back in the day. We've passed a couple of cotton fields. Probably they grew tobacco here, I would imagine as well. Yes, huh? Yeah, Benson's really got it going on. Also, there's a they have the annual Mule Days the last week of September, and I guess it's a big shindig. It regularly brings in about 60,000 people. I would suppose most of them probably are from Fayetteville, which is where we came from. Raleigh is up that way. It might be just, well, maybe an hour's drive. I suppose they get their fair share of people from Charlotte, which will be just maybe 2.5 hour drive. Pay attention here, don't get run over. So, Benson, North Carolina. Nice looking little town. Small world travel. It's a small world after all. Wonder if they play that when you go in there. Should we see? It's a small world after all. Preparing for the unexpected, living in retirement. Oh, Edward Jones. The downtown area here has actually been registered as a national historical area. Yes. They even have a soda fountain there still. Okay, so I'm going to let's sit down here, get my bearings. See if I'm going to pass through town or just find a place to stealth camp here. So I'll let you know in a second. So look at this nice spot I found to camp at. Yep. I got lazy, I got a room. I did find a place over the park with a baseball dugout. There actually had walls on them, so that it would have been easy to camp there without being, well, I guess relatively easy to be camp there without being found out, but that's all right. So room for tonight, and then I'll take off tomorrow. And I think tomorrow I do have to take a day's worth of food, because where I'll end up tomorrow, I don't know. I got two ways to go tomorrow. One that goes through a forest where I'll need to take a day's worth of food with me, or one that still I think goes through a town and I'll be able to just eat on the way. But then that means I got to find a place to camp again where there's a bunch of people around. So we'll see what happens. So I'm in the town of Benson, and I think I did 14.5 miles today. And that's it. It'll be a nice day tomorrow, about 70. All right. See you. Good morning. A successful stealth camp in the woods. I gotta get out before everybody gets up.